Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boy Carcino here. Don't forget to hit the like button up. Subscribe to the page. One of the biggest LeBron apologists in the game, Nick Wright. He always has an excuse for LeBron James. No matter what you hear, no matter what you've heard, he's always had an excuse for LeBron. LeBron could be 0 for 29. Well, you got to remember, he took a long flight. He's 40 years old, and his teammates weren't getting him the ball. He's really got a bum knee. LeBron James' dog just died. Anything he can to protect LeBron James and his fake legacy. Now, with all the attention about LeBron James not doing anything in his said power, and his war with Stephen A. Smith, right? Took the Pat McAfee show, started going off, talking about the ills and rights and Stephen A. Smith. After they alluded, you don't deal with black media. He didn't prove he dealt with black media. He proved the very opposite. LeBron James proved the very opposite. He decided to go out and do this. Now, I want you to look at something and pay close attention to it. You see Draymond Green, you see the Pivot podcast, you see Brandon Marshall, you see Shannon Sharp, you see Matt Barnes and all the smoke. Well, he went on their little podcast during the pandemic, Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye. Nobody take them seriously anyway. But Mason Cam, all these other people, right? Black media. He ostracizes them as they're beneath him. Unless he owns them, like he owns Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, he don't want to deal with you pretty much. And to double down on that statement, I had to call out Pat McAfee and LeBron James. Me. As you can see right there. I had to do that. I had to go live and call that out. And I had to point out the factors between the two. And those zesty ass LeBron still doing what he's doing, we had to call it out and be 100, even about Bronny. We didn't fall into the trap of, hey, we can't say nothing about Bronny because if he's out there, we're covering the game just like anybody else. And nobody's going to stop it. So LeBron James, after going on Pat McAfee's show, chooses Nick Wright, his biggest apologist, to go on his show. That's the NBA floor. After a game in Memphis, Nick Wright just happens to be at this game in Memphis. Not New York, where he's from, in Memphis. And LeBron goes over there to him. See Bronny go by because he don't even know who that white dude is. But Bron know, look, he goes over there. He's got a shirt that says white on the back. Look at that. Then he dips off. Now that says white on the back. Oh, white. Now, why was Nick Wright the guy he chose to embrace, knowing that this is going to go publicly viral? Him embracing the white guy. After all of the controversy he'd been through, you go ahead and embrace this white guy who's been praising you and glazing you on social media, who got white on his back to let everybody know, hey, I'm white. He's like, he's from Kansas. Well, whatever. He live in New York now. What the hell is he doing at the Memphis game? So Nick Wright shows up with this long weirdo ass hair he got. And he says, I want you to meet my wife. She's black. Oh, yeah, I know you got a black wife. That's why I did this. How you doing? Let me give you a hug. This is why the woman was selected. You see them autographs on the back of those kids? So they knew they were there. LeBron James chose Nick Wright to be at that game at that moment in time so he can hug LeBron, and it's all recorded because, like Stephen A. said, it's all a production for LeBron. Now, why did he choose to do that? Because Nick Wright has a black wife. That's why she was selected. So it can't be racist if Nick Wright has a black wife. It can't seem like he's targeting anybody because Nick Wright has a black wife. I've always agreed with Stephen A. Smith about LeBron when he's telling the truth. He's finally coming to the light only because he don't like him. But now he's proving that we've been right this whole time. We've always had this energy. We always knew what he was. We knew he was a phony. Look at this. Why don't you go embrace Shannon Sharpe? Look at him, off-white. Now, rumor has it that Nick Wright is signed to Clutch Sports. Again, another person that is attached to LeBron James Sports Agency. Why is this always the case? Why is it always somebody that's connected to your sports agency? Why can't you just do an interview with people? But you sat down with Pat McAfee, a guy who knows nothing about what you do, the sport, nothing. He doesn't focus on basketball at all. You'll sit down with him, but wouldn't sit down with one of your brothers who you promised. See, here's the thing you don't understand. I'm not asking him to do it. He promised Matt Barnes he was going to do all the smoke. He promised Shannon Sharp he was going to sit down with him. He promised Brandon Marshall. Oh, yeah, you know I'm going to be on all, man, I Am Athlete. I love that. He told Ryan Clark, oh, man, yeah, you know I'm going to come up there, man, on the pivot, man. I got to do that. He told Draymond Green, come on, Dre, man, you know. I'm going to do your show. And in frying them, it ain't us reaching. He promised them. He didn't say when, but he damn sure promised them that he was going to sit down on their show. He made them white boys no promise. And he popped up over there with them 88,000 dinosaur teeth he got on the bottom of his mouth. And he out there he-he-ing and chi-chiing on their podcast shows, helping them grow. What's up, Mr. Bennett? Joe Cool in the house. KB. Who is KB? If you talking about Kwame Brown, he never went on I Am Athlete. He went on the Pivot podcast. And Ryan Clark just did a move I didn't find that very interesting at all. Mm-hmm. Patreon version, please. I might do a Patreon version to this. There's a Patreon version of probably Ryan Clark, because now I'm thinking about him getting angry. But if we look at the overall scope of what's happening here in development, and we're seeing what's going on, you're starting to see a trend, a bad trend. Because when LeBron went on Pat McAfee's show, he just really stirred up the business and just double down. They popping up, doing what you're doing. This activity by you is clown-like. Then Stephen A. turns into Nino Brown, goes on Gil's Arena, and was like, I was talking about you. Yeah, MF. If you put your hands on me, I would have did this. I would have did that. Right after telling Draymond Green, you sure you should be talking about putting your hands on somebody, swinging on somebody? Stephen A. was outside of his body. Okay, but I understand. He was mad. He was mad that this black man chose to go on this white man's platform that comes on after First Take. And it's only going to help ESPN, who's making money off all of it, but claiming they're against it. Yep, they claim they're against it, but they support it all the way around the board. And because they're supporting it all the way around the board, all you gonna see is this. All you gonna see is more of this, the sabotage. So that's why you see Nick Wright getting dapped up. He knew this is gonna go viral. Who you think is recording it? Somebody gonna say that's Nick Wright. They've already met these guys before this hug took place. They met before the game because the kid already got the autographs on the back of his shirt. It's all a show, baby. Mm-hmm. Nick Roll is a part of Clutch payroll. 100%. How many All-Stars has he played with? He played with them all. He can't never do it himself. He's already proved that. But this is what I'm talking about, people. This is why this man can't never get ahead. This is why this man is always going to be viewed and put into a box because he continuously proves people right. He can't help it. It's what he is. You can say I'm hating all you want, but every year he does more things to prove my case. I mean, how many times has this happened?
I'm NBA All-Star 40.
How many times has this got to happen? How many times does it have to happen? He took time out of his day to go on the Kelsey's brothers, right? They're football. They're not basketball, but they're white. So when you see this, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about right here. These guys do not big you up every day on TV. Kendrick Perkins, all these people been big up in you on TV forever. You have done nothing, bruh. These guys have promoted you. Don't forget to donate to the Cash App. The Super Chat works. It's Carcino for life. And on the page, when you subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's Carcino on the Cash App. So what you're seeing here he ain't been that happy since the baby oil was flowing. White is right. LeBron James voice. So as you can see, he bounced from white show to white show to white show. Hell, Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye is white to me. So you was on these white people shows all the damn time. When you gonna go on the Brothers show? That you afraid your own people ain't gonna that you know you're gonna get nothing but softball questions with Drake. You know you ain't gonna get nothing but softball questions from Shannon Sharp. Matt, none, they gonna ask you nothing out of the frame. Why are you afraid of black media? You only want to do media you can control. That's what it's about, control. You sat down with this white guy, did a whole show, started a company with the white guy who is now your head coach. Am I reaching or am I telling the truth? You ain't had no time for the brothers yet again. Now, nobody's saying you have to. I'm just saying, make it make sense. What Stephen A. Smith and them is saying, the way you've treated black media is very evident. It's a lot of evidence out here. And now he doubles down and comes out with Steve Nash. I guess he's going to get another head coaching job he didn't deserve. LeBron finna make that possible for the white guy. Yet again, when there's smoke, there's fire. Now, how many times do we do that? He didn't even go on Gil's them little thing, even though I understand not going on Gilbert Arenas thing, but yeah, he sent Rich Paul to do it. Like, Rich, you go do it. Whenever he don't want to be bothered, he send Rich Paul. Now, shouts out to Carmelo for the Hall of Fame. Absolutely. We talked about it yesterday. Now, exactly. All he does is cater to white folks. That's it. So, of course, he probably wishes he was white. He going bald, just like him. If you was white, boy, you wouldn't be able to jump out the gym. All the abilities God gave you and you praising and looking up to them. Mm-mm-mm. Quick summary of LeBron James' career. Bum. That's exactly what I see him. I don't see greatness. I don't see a great basketball player. I see a bum. You say GOAT? Yeah, going on another team? Absolutely. Of course not. You never gonna see Michael Jordan or Isaiah Thomas be like that. No. Overrated. Isaiah Thomas used to have Michael Jordan at number one, but then he said he had to stop and look back on his career, and he see Kareem now as the number one basketball player of all times. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was one of many who were there. Yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was great, but Kareem could never win by himself. He was the center, but he needed another superstar. He didn't win a championship in Milwaukee until he got a great player around him in Oscar Robertson. So Oscar Robertson to me was, in my regard, better than Kareem was. All around basketball player. So I have Isaiah Thomas and Oscar Robertson 1 and 2. No. No, he's not better than Isaiah and Oscar, in my opinion. When the subpoena hits him. He said he's making his rounds with people to vouch for him when that subpoena hits him. So all of this love he's showing the white people, he still ain't sat down with no brothers. That's what I'm saying. Where's Phil Handy? Where are these guys at? Why are you not doing that part? Yeah, well, when you see it all play out and you see how Nick Wright was with LeBron James and you see how everything circles around and it circumvents. No, when people understand some things, then they will be able to pick up. Yeah, yeah, you'll be able to pick it up and understand it better. No, Nick Wright is a phony. He used to be the biggest Kobe Bryant fan there is. He used to be the biggest Kobe Bryant fan on the planet. Nick Wright, he used to be the biggest Kobe fan there was. And now he's flip-flopping because of this LeBron agenda. But now he's got to disrespect Kobe Bryant all the time. Yeah, they put him on that side with LeBron. What pissed Kobe Bryant off with LeBron is when he sat down with white folks and did something crazy. This is what really got him going.
I'm one take, baby. That's all. I'm just one take. I'm just one take.
So he was trying to say, for now, Kobe Bryant didn't like that. Kobe Bryant did not like the way you said for now. Once he got on Fox and he started getting on that show with Skip, when he was on Garbage Time, see, people don't remember. I remember you on Garbage Time. You wasn't no LeBron James fan. You was a Kobe Bryant fan. Once you did that, Kobe's the best for right now, but I'm getting better. Kobe came and shut you down. To show you, you're not at my level. No, they got a basketball to improve your three-point shooting and your free throw percentage because you can't hit none of those shots. You would be scared to take them if you didn't have that damn magnet ball. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Well, when you want to get back to reality, then you'll understand that LeBron James is really a mask. They use LeBron James to promote whatever agenda that they're pushing in the league that day. Oh, a lot of people have been the most undeserving of praise. Nobody more than LeBron James. Okay, LeBron James has proven he's nothing but media propaganda. You know, he has the look of what a player is supposed to be, but he has no moves. He has nothing that he could put to memory as a basketball move. He has none of these things. When before, they weren't even allowed to really mention Stephen A. Smith. They weren't even allowed to mention anything about LeBron James or, I mean, on the opposite network. None of them. They weren't allowed to mention anything of the sort. But now that these podcasts, oh, we could do it now. We can go around the board.
Well, 6 weeks ago, the stance was, oh, nothing but love for LeBron James. I just think he's only the second greatest player ever. And because of that, he has a problem with me. That's been the public stance. And now the guy makes fun of you on Instagram and takes a couple jokes at your expense on McAfee, and you're letting everyone know, actually, no, never liked him. Quote, he'll smile in your face and stab you in the back. That's why I don't like him. You always claimed you had no problem with LeBron. You always claimed he only had a problem with you. Was there something personal before? LeBron wouldn't talk to him. That was the problem. LeBron wouldn't talk to him or acknowledge him. And Michael Jordan texts with him. That's it. It's the whole thing.
Now, this white guy comes out and says that. But I bet you he's texting with you. LeBron is texting and commenting you, and I bet you he's the one that's making you do these things that you're doing right now. Mm. Well, it becomes a situation where LeBron James is controlling the sports media once again. Gonzo, right? Right. He's controlling the sports media world. He's getting everybody dancing till his tune. But saying, oh, you really did have a problem with LeBron James. Nick Wright, let me explain to you something, what the problem really is. LeBron tried to get him fired. That's what he's not telling y'all. LeBron James tried to get him fired before. That's where everything went left. He says he's one of the greatest players he's ever seen because that's why he says he's one of the best players he's ever seen, because he has to. You don't believe that? When LeBron first was like coming in the league and was having
no more excuses, no more. I don't care about what products you sell.
Stephen A was, when he was going off, he was doing his thing. He was going off on LeBron. Back when he was super tearing everybody down.
Stephen A., you had a particular problem with it. Go.
Well, he came out and he acknowledged later on that he was joking, if I hear correctly. My whole point with LeBron James is that he just needs to be quiet. The NBA had just canceled the first 2 weeks of the season. People, over in excess of $200 million is being lost. People losing their jobs and things of that nature. And here you are joking as usual. I have no problem with them tweeting because players tweet all the time. Mm-hmm. That's not the issue. It's the fact that he was joking, and it was the timing of his joke that I have a problem with. You need to focus, okay, on getting a deal done, getting a collective bargaining agreement reached, so you can get back on the court and make up to millions upon millions of fans who watched you wet the bed in the fourth quarter. That's what you need to be doing. I don't want to hear anything about football. I don't want to hear anything about anything else. I want to hear about their sneakers. I have no problem with Carmelo Anthony, his sneakers, but they got to win too. And Amari Stoudemire being up here.
How you gonna tell a grown man what you think he should do, and then you saying it on the backs of his failures? And yeah, you a sports commentator, but like I can understand why certain athletes will have a problem with people speaking on them.
That's his job, brother. You looking for a wiggle room out for LeBron, bro. He calling this dude out based on his BS that he has provided. You have skipped over all of that to just go at it like this man's just talking. They were in a strike season. How did you not hear that part? How did you not hear the part he said the man is joking when people are losing billions of dollars? And he's straight because he LeBron. But what about the people that's 2 years in the league? They can't afford. They live in check to check damn near. Those people, LeBron don't care. See, you skipped over all of that to just focus on one line. And I know a lot of brothers like this.
Like, how the hell you gonna tell this man what to do?
Yesterday with his tight suit on and all that. I have no problem with that either. I got no problem with none of that. But LeBron James, it is time. And the reason that I say it's time is because he's the one with the tattoo, the chosen one. He's the one with the King James. I want to hear stuff. He's a great guy, and he's got to deal with a lot of stuff. And we, bottom line is he's a great person. Okay, and we shouldn't even be focused on anything but his game. But his game has come up short time and time again. And the one other thing that I want to say, Skip, before I leave this to you, and I'm dead serious about this.
That's hypocritical. You said they shouldn't be focused on anything but his game. So why y'all worry about if LeBron's tweet bother you? You say y'all shouldn't worry about anything but his game. But you basically bringing in his personal life with his personal opinions. Joking or not, if it was a joke, you had to turn nothing into something just so you can speak bad about his game. When you could have just spoke bad about his game, but that would have looked like some hating shit, huh?
No. It's supposed to be about his game. This is related to basketball because the tweet is actually about the game. The tweet was about basketball. He wasn't making a personal tweet about like, look, I'm going shopping today. No, the tweet was about basketball.
There's something about LeBron James that's really starting to alarm me. You got titles, King James, chosen one. None of the great guys, they shun all of that until they won a championship. It's like he wants to be crowned with no rings. You don't get to do that. You got to get it done. And I've been holding off on it because I disagree with Skip totally. But to lose in the finals the way that he did, and then to come out here with the smile on your face like that, the world is just beautiful. I don't understand it. Champions don't do that. They just don't. That's what I wanted to say.
Sounds familiar. Why are you so hard on this poor man?
I give it to you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It seemed like Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith came up, like Kwame Brown said, just bashing him. You gotta think.
Yeah, that's what they did. They would just take shots at people on this show, but he's actually got a point about LeBron. That's actually what LeBron does. This was 14 years ago, brother. They didn't say nothing wrong about it. They spoke exactly the truth.
Why he gets all this hate?
That is hysterical. Oh my God. You of all people.
Do you have something personal against this man?
You know what?
That's all I've ever heard for 5 years.
Listen, man. Listen, Skip. It's got me to the point. I never dreamed that I would see LeBron James not show up in the fourth quarter the way he did for 4 straight games in the NBA Finals. But then to come out and to say what he said in the aftermath of that press conference, people are just going to go back to their regular old lives. And to walk around all summer long, city to city, state to state, wherever he is, big fat smile on his face, like, it's no big deal that we lost and I embarrassed myself in the NBA Finals. It's no big deal. I can't take it no more. Enough.
I'm shocked.
Enough.
Yep, I'm shocked.
Enough.
Now. Stephen A.
You got to get it done.
Stephen A.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, my God.
Stephen A., it is shocking because you've come a lot closer to where Skip is on this topic.
Listen, I have, because, but no, I always disagree with him. But now, LeBron James has given substance and credence to the argument that Skip Bayless was making about him.
He has.
Who defended him all of these years?
You have.
It's too much, man. It's just too much.
Exactly. It's too much. You got to remember, I was a LeBron James supporter when he came into the league. I had no problem with LeBron coming out of high school when people said he should have went to college. I had no problem with them saying they're going to let LeBron start. I had no problem with it when he first had his rookie year and they was hating on him saying the kid ain't going to make it. I had no problem when he couldn't hit a turnaround jump shot, had no post game back then in his rookie year. I had no problem in his second year when he started scoring more and controlling the ball more, and he's just rim running. And they was like, man, this kid is going to be this and that. And I'm like, look, give him time. He'll get the jump shot. He'll do all these different things. He'll work on his post game. He got the potential because he have the athleticism. The kid could be great. Let's let him go. Each year, his commercials and everything, I had no bad words about LeBron James. None. For 7-8 years. I went with the Celtics over them because I wanted Paul Pierce to win. I didn't want him to win because Paul been there, he earned it, he deserved it. But I didn't destroy LeBron over it. I don't like the way the Cavs did Ricky Davis, but I didn't destroy LeBron over it. When they did the deal and he went over to Miami, I said, all right, well, cool. They doing what they doing. I didn't go, oh, this is an outrage. Even though it was corrupt and weak move, it was like, all right, well, now they got to win. They did this. Now they got to win it. But now it don't work because, okay, if they do win, it's tainted. You had to stack the deck in order for you to win. So now when you don't win and you do this, it's even worse. So you in a lose-lose situation now. But then once he won, he became arrogant. His arrogance was already there, but when it was like throwing gasoline on the fire, it took off and went to a whole new level. And I couldn't even deal with it. Many of us are not going to have a complaint about any of it. It's not going to come from us. The more power he got, and once 2014 came, and that was the end of LeBron in Miami. David Stern stepped down, and Adam Silver took over. It was over. He gave LeBron the keys to everything. He let LeBron have control where David Stern would never allow. LeBron wasn't doing all of these crazy moves in Miami. That was Pat Riley putting a cap on LeBron. LeBron couldn't run free until 2015, where he could start doing what he wanted. And that was once Adam Silver came on board. Once Adam Silver became on board, LeBron knew he could just run right over him like a truck. And he'd be, whatever you want, Brian. Yeah. And he just kept doing whatever LeBron wanted. Went to the Cavs, brought 14 other players with him. Revamped the whole team. It was only 3 to 4 players that was there from last year previously when Kyrie Irving was there. Everybody else was gone. It's a whole new team they didn't brought over to the Cavs. So when you look at what they was like, why Kyrie didn't win the year before LeBron got there? He didn't win until LeBron got there. LeBron came with a whole goddamn basketball team. Came with like 14 other players. So this is why we look at LeBron the way we do. Y'all act like LeBron came in the league and they drafted him as a rookie, and I was, man, I hate this bum. No. I'm official. You have to give me a reason to dislike you. That's me. I don't just dislike people just because. You got to give me a reason for me not to like you. And if you give me that reason, I don't let other chatter from here and there. No. I didn't seen it. I saw the arrogance when it started. From that speech on, when he was, yeah, I know it stank, doesn't it? I'm like, you ain't do shit. I'm like, Mo, I was so goddamn mad with him. I was like, oh, this guy really is okay. He ain't working on his game at all because you was struggling down the stretch. Ray Allen had to save you. And you in here bragging as if you the guy. Oh, God. I'm like, yeah, your arrogance is going through the roof. I'm like, oh, my goodness, dude. You now, okay. Now you've given me a reason to really look at your game now. And I'm finna really look at your game and see if you have improved over these 9-10 years in the league and you still don't have any footwork. Now you just shortcutting the game. And the more and more they kept doing for him, pushing him to the NBA finals every year. Man made damn near 10 straight NBA finals. It was ridiculous. It was an embarrassment to basketball that they had to keep shoving this guy to the NBA finals for ratings. And it's like, we're not getting the ratings. It's like, yeah, of course you're not. Steph Curry came and they made themselves box office. That ain't the NBA. That ain't the product of the NBA doing something. That ain't the product of the NBA doing a goddamn thing.
All right, Freddie. All right, man.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't a product of them. Dwayne Wade already had a chip, so how you unlock the key? Like he said in this thing, I unlocked the key for Wade and Bosh to get a championship. You didn't unlock a goddamn thing. They were already champions before you showed up. Already MVP of the NBA Finals. With him and Shaq. Okay, what is he then? You tell me what he is. I don't know no more. Well, everyone else has to come to the same conclusions of results that you did. If not, you're not going to have a very productive situation. So, oh yeah. Nick Wright is a member of Clutch Sports. Well, no. When you start seeing the bigger picture, then you'll start to understand it a lot more. The bigger picture is always designed for one person to do something that is legendarily off the charts. No, it's a difference in the world because when you see the making or the writing on the wall, you start to see the details of people that's falling at the wayside. Me, I've always been somebody who pleasured himself with being correct. You know, I want to be right. It matters to me to be right. Okay, that line right there just shows you how disgusting that sounds. He's in the presence of greatness. No, LeBron chose him because he has a black wife. So now it's like, see, look, he got a black wife. What, she don't count? You said I don't be around blacks. Like, look, I'm with this white guy. He got a black wife. So that's why I invited him here to hug him. See, my buddy Adam over here, he told me what was what. No. If you want to look at it from those angles, you can. But start remembering these things here. It's not what you think. It's about what you could do, what you know about, the whole nine. Absolutely not. "17 years of meaningless stats, and that's impressive." But if they only use the stats that matter to them, of course, right? If the stats don't matter or don't mean anything to them, they have no concerns or care about it. You see what I'm saying? The stats have to mean something to them in the long run. It's like, oh, well, we got this going on here, we got that happening here, and this going here. This is what we need to do. No. It's just it's tiresome almost. Well, when you start to move in a situational format, when you say, dude said LeBron's fadeaway is more efficient than Kobe's and MJ. Nelson, they let you know they don't know anything about the game. They know that's a lie. I mean, come on. Do we need to even acknowledge that statement? No, we don't. Now, why would I wouldn't even get upset when somebody says something like that. Yeah, well, yeah, this damn game on now. See, I'm trying to watch real basketball and not this bum here, because this bum always comes with some type of clause at the end of it. But he does what he always does. LeBron James disappoints. If they don't win now, you guys are already prepared to blame Luka Doncic. If they lose any game, it's not going to be because of the 40-year-old player that's on the court that doesn't play defense. It's going to be the young players that's on the court that's out there trying to win in spite of having a 40-year-old bum on the court. It's not going to be the 40-year-old man's fault when they lose 4 games and they go home. In black media, they still going to take up for LeBron. And he going to still leave y'all in the dust for the white man. So LeBron made this a black and white thing before it was a black and white thing. So y'all got to think about it. Who made this a problem? LeBron James. That's right. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Shouts out to Yuck Mouth TV. Your boy Sino was on Yuck Mouth TV. And we up out of here, bro. Welcome to HDII TV Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez. Too raw for TV. We out. Y'all catch me on the Patreon. All right, Joe Cool.